up, YouTube Live? Eric Kaiser out here at Lake Tarpon. I'm in Florida, and this is Wake Up with Kaiser. It's a channel that started out as a schoolie build, and my life adventure took me many a different ways. So now I'm kind of telling my life story, and yesterday the camera just froze, so I'm going to let technology be the judge of how long we do this every day, or just how I feel, you know. As some of you may know from watching, I am going through a spiritual awakening in my life right now, and it's making me pay attention to a lot of things that my ego ignored my whole. Once again, the camera looks spotty, but let's get back at it. You know, I want to start off real quick, just in case younger guys watch this. At 43, what would I go back in time and tell my 18-year-old self? You know, there's a lot more to life than that exciting feeling that you get inside from meeting a new girl or doing something that nobody else had the balls to do. You know, I used to run a life off of those feelings. I can promise you the most invigorating feeling that you could probably have in your life is achieving your greatest dreams, right? Achieve greatness in everything you do. Don't worry about being the person chasing the good time, because as you get older, you can create good times that make what you're doing now look so minuscule. And that's what I would tell my 18-year-old self, because I turned out to be a really intelligent person. I have a lot of great business ideas, but I didn't let my brain develop in the way of knowing how to bring that stuff to light until I got sober, you know, a year and a half ago, and really started to pay attention to business and what I was doing. And I decided to change my career and start learning what makes the online world tick, right? And I did that at 41. And today, within a short 10 months of my life, I transformed what I was, a window tinner, and now I'm an online success coach. And I'm hoping that turns into a personal one-on-one coach where I can help people get through addictions, learn how to be more accountable in your life. Maybe you want to live a healthier lifestyle. You can hire me for that. And I'm going to start it off really cheap, probably, you know, less than $50 an hour. And I'll even offer in-person one-on-one treatments in Atlanta to really start teaching people what needs to happen in your life to make the switch get turned and have the universe start blessing you a little bit, right? Instead of you working so hard. That's the key to it all. Giving yourself to yourself to trigger these things into effect in your life. Because when you're out there slaving away in that 9-to-5 world and you're not paying attention to what's going on around you, because your life is so fast paced, right? You wake up, you're in a rush, you sit in traffic, you're in a rush, you get to work, you're in a rush for 12 o'clock for lunch, then you're in a rush for 5 o'clock to get off, then you got to work overtime, now you're pissed, you know, now you get stuck in traffic again, now you get home, you're freaking aggravated, you got, the only feelings you got in your head are just shit, and, you know, now, you know, you have a family and you have to try to put on this great face, and some days you just can't. And then, you know, now your wife is sitting there thinking it's her, and, you know, maybe your kids are even looking at you like, man, maybe it's me, maybe I don't make him happy. And you know what? It all streams back to the second you open up your eyes every day before your feet hit the ground. It's your life, baby. You got to change your life. You got to change everything about it. You know, we're in a heyday of information. It's 2018. It's very easy to figure out something to do online. It's not like the whole entire population came online and there's no jobs left. There are jobs created. As I'm speaking into this microphone, a job's getting created. As I speak into this microphone, I might be creating a avenue of income later on in my life. I don't know. But I do know this much: if you don't take the steps forward to at least try, then you're not going to achieve anything. And YouTube money isn't out of the reach for a lot of people. It's certainly in the reach. If you're even an auto mechanic, you could start videoing yourself fixing cars. You might know tricks and techniques that other people don't know, and you can put that on YouTube. That can grow yourself a subscriber list. Those subscribers turn into a lot of views. Those views turn into advertising dollars. And then on top of it, then you can find a great affiliate program like you'll find all over this page. I work for Legendary Marketer. And then if you could slap an affiliate number to the back end of it and people start opting into your funnels and stuff, then you could really make a very nice living for yourself. And if you're interested in finding out how all of it works, just PM me or click one of the links and jump on in. And when you get to the coaching part, say, hey, Eric Kaiser got me here, and see if they'll swap you to me. You know, I'm very one-on-one people. I will find it in you what you need to be doing with your life to create an income doing what you're happy doing, not what you have to go out there and do just because you have to. So let's get back to it, right? So 18 years old, I'm out there selling these speakers, running around the country. It's opening up different personalities of mine, and one of the personality, it's really molding that alcohol side of me. It really is, because I'm drinking like every day with a lot older people, and I'm adapting into lifestyles. Now, always remember, I smoked some weed when I was 14, had a horrible anxiety attack that I got made fun of for a long time, but I didn't mind it because that feeling of that anxiety attack scared me so much, it kept me away from any bad drugs. So I didn't even screw around experimenting with shit until I was old enough to understand that, hey, there's addictions behind this stuff. And if you're a dipshit, you'll get addicted. So I really didn't play around with too many drugs, you know? I do 100% believe in holistic medicine, meaning if you're using CBD or THC for a medical value or a mental value, some people need to smoke it to get mental clarity and just to maybe get over PTSD and things like that. You know, I have a wife who believes in a plant. I also believe in mushrooms for research purposes. They need to be doing more of this research. So, you know, like I said, these episodes are going to jump around, but back to, you know, the speaker life and what it taught me how to be independent. I found right away at 18 that I could go out there and do things and not have to depend on my parents, you know, and considering I already felt cut off from most of my family, really, you know, most of my family kind of treated me like the black sheep after that, almost like I did it, you know, and that really, really hurt. And then my mother never treated me that way, but even my sister Dawn just kind of got distant for a while. And, you know, and I understand with her, she's a Hamiltonian, as they call it, and she's just one of them people who want to fit in with everybody, which is cool. That's ego, right? That's how we grow up. We want to fit in, but I saw through all that stuff early on. I didn't want to be like those people. I wanted to be like me, right? And I knew deep down inside I wanted to help people, and the towns I came from didn't breed those type of people. It really bred people who were me. They really thought about themselves. Not much hands going out in offerings. And maybe that's why Northerners get a rap like that, but I could certainly say that getting out of that area, really, it's almost like a cloud exists over certain areas that, you know, kind of mess with you, because every time I went back to Jersey, I just fell back in the same stuff. But, you know, 18 and having freedom and learning about what a Benjamin was, $100 bill, back when I had a money clip with 100 always on top, right? And it wasn't that I was making so much money, it was ridiculous. But I was learning that you could really become whoever you want it to be inside your head, right? But I just couldn't get away from the alcohol. And that DUI that night, you know, I think I put it in here, but things did get cut off. I was ripping home drunk as usual, 18 years old. Some of my friends had the cops tied up at the beach. It's 2 bends from my house, and I'm on it already. So I see the cop, and I just stay in the gas. I said, fuck it. I got home, I'm to the front door, and I hear, freeze! And I'm just like, I'm 18, I don't know what to do, right? So, things pop back into my head that my dad always told me. Don't ever admit to drinking. Ever. Don't ever admit to it. They can't arrest you. So, of course, I didn't admit to it. And, of course, I still got arrested, taken down, charged with my first DUI. My mom had to come get me. I was real just, yeah. And, I postponed it for a while so I could still drive back and forth for work. But I knew that day was coming, that I was going to lose my license. So I really couldn't be selling speakers. But God wanted me out of that business beforehand anyway. So what God did was driving down 202 in Pennsylvania with this big, fat kid named Alex. And I'm sorry I called you fat, buddy, but you're huge. And the van, we're going down a road and there was construction. And a big flatbed 18-wheeler came over, and he was a high-top flatbed, so his truck was above my window. And I was like, bro. And this kid looked up and panicked and just cut the wheel. Well, the only place to go was down an embankment. We rolled 6 times. I remember the first roll, we rolled my way, and he came my way. And he put my head straight through the window. And I blacked out. But I was almost blacked out. I was almost there. But I was having revelations that or thoughts or whatever was going on in my head, that the van was on fire. It was sitting up perfect on the wheels. I could have easily got out the door. I came to, and I dove out the window, landed on my face, and I seen the truck driver who caused it, and he was trying to leave, so I was crawling after him. And this doctor was like, I'm a doctor, don't move, don't move, don't move. And I'm like, dude, I can feel my body, I'm good. And that damn truck driver took off, right? So I go to the hospital, my mom comes down there, another close to being dead incident in my life early on, and scared her shitless. And she came and got me, and I wanted to go back and take pictures of the accident, so I went back the next day with the kid Alex, and sure enough, same effing truck. He let go of the gas, and I heard that popping sound that rigs make when you hit the choke brake, and just that brrr. And I looked up, and it was him. Sure enough, it was friggin' him. So we jumped in the van, and he just happened to get off at an exit that we got off on because I didn't see him. And there he is in front of me. I had cameras to take picture of the accident. I jumped out, took a picture of the tag number, flicked him off. Thought, oh yeah, I'll get taken care of out of this. Hire a lawyer. My sister knew. The guy was so old he didn't know what the hell he was doing. I think I got $4,000 after almost a year of rehabilitation on my back and all kinds of crap. But one of the first times I almost died, and that job alone it taught me the most about life, and it taught me about what I could pull off as a human being in life early on. And but it didn't teach me responsibility. It didn't teach me the things it needed to teach me. If anything, I was being exposed to way worse stuff. And that's what I'm saying about your kids nowadays, right? Your kids are 18. How well do you know them? Are you sitting down with them and having long conversations? Because my kids, I'm taking my kids straight to jail when they're 13 and they can understand. And I'm saying, Grayson, Lanier, this is where you can end up if you do not follow every single rule and make all the best conscious decisions and live with utter happiness in your brain. You could find yourself in a place like this. And I promise you, I'm not going to do it go scare my kid to death. No, I'm going to go there very responsibly and say, this is what happens, Who knows? I might get to that point in life and my kids might be farting unicorns and sea biscuits, You just never know. I don't know what a sea biscuit is. It just came out. But anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to go do a Facebook Live too. I like to motivate a bunch of people. But, I'm going to slowly tell this story, right? The speaker years. I could write a movie about it. It was so interesting, and there were times it was just funnier than anything I've ever done in my life. And I love all the guys who I met doing it. And, never know. You might see a screenplay come out because I'm still friends with a lot of them. And once I could start always making money by just doing things that I like to do, like helping other people, and I have a bunch of free time on my hands, I might just kick that screenwrite into play. I might plant that seed and see if maybe we can get a movie out of this deal. But you just never know where life will take you, and that's the beautiful thing. Tell my 18-year-old self, follow your dreams, baby. You want to be an actor? Go take acting classes. Anybody can do it. See, in the 80s and 90s, we didn't know that. We thought it was all about looks, and you had to be the prettiest, best version of you, right? And then you see all these actors come out who, they're not the most pretty people, but they're funny or they're interesting, and you watch them, right? It's not that hard, people. You can really achieve anything in the world. Stop looking at acting like it's hitting the lottery. If you work hard enough at it, you could be anything you want to be. So if you don't take anything away from this episode today, take that. Anything you want in this world is yours. You just got to go get it. Love y'all. Peace.